Good afternoon, everybody. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, most compassionate, most merciful. Thank you all for joining us today. I am the Vice President of the Maryland chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations. CARE of Maryland and the Equality for Eid Coalition called this press conference today to urge Montgomery County Public Schools staff and students to stay home from school on Tuesday, October 15th. This is to help celebrate the Muslim holiday of Eid al-Adha in solidarity with their Muslim friends. This action is being asked to answer School Superintendent Joshua Starr and the Board of Education's demand that they need evidence that students and staff absences would impact delivery of instruction significantly enough before it can evaluate whether schools should be closed to honor the Muslim religious holiday. This despite the fact that no similar condition has been placed on any other faith group to have their religious holiday added to the Montgomery County Public School calendar. American Muslims in Montgomery County have been struggling for over a decade to have this initiative passed. As the size of the community grows and grows, more and more families are affected every year as they struggle to decide whether to send their children to school or whether to keep them home and have them miss time from school in order to observe the holiday with their families. We want to emphasize that we're not asking for special rights for Montgomery County Public School students and teachers. We're only asking for equal rights. According to the calendar of dates the Muslim holidays land on, for the next few years, there's only one day that would actually need to be accommodated by the Board of Education. We don't feel that this request is unreasonable. Today we have several people here who will talk a little bit about this initiative. First, I would like to invite Montgomery County Council Member George Leventhal to the podium to please say a few words.
Zainab, thank you. The first thing I want to say is that this initiative is entirely consistent with Montgomery County's recognition that we welcome people of all faiths, of all backgrounds. Montgomery County is an international gateway, and that is our greatest strength. At the doorstep of the nation's capital, people from around the world, born in many different countries, speaking many different languages, chose this place to be their home. And that's something to be proud of. Of all the countries in the world, of all the communities in the United States, so many, many people chose Montgomery County to be their home. And I want to make it very, very clear. In Montgomery County, Maryland, Muslims are welcome and safe. Now, I have access to meeting rooms and email press list, and so my office has been assisting the Equality for Eid Coalition, but this is not my campaign. This campaign is led by people of deep faith with strong motivation to do well in school. Our Muslim community comprises many, many physicians, scientists, entrepreneurs, caregivers, teachers, social workers, for whom academic achievement is paramount. And so for those individuals, my constituents of deep faith, the conflict that is posed when Eid is on a school day is a significant conflict, and it is a conflict that is not experienced by Christians or by Jews. I'm a person of faith. But if school was in session on Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur, it would be a conflict. Because of course I don't want my children to miss important lectures by their teachers. I don't want my children's attendance record to suffer, but that's not a conflict for my family because many, many years ago, the school system decided to close on Christmas, on Easter, on Rosh Hashanah, and on Yom Kippur. The school system says it did that because attendance was so significantly suffering on those dates. Well, let me tell you, schools have always been closed on Christmas. No one would suggest that schools should be open on Christmas. And when the decision was made in Montgomery County to close schools for the Jewish High Holy Days, there are no records, none, available to show what absenteeism was prior to schools closing on those dates. So the school system cannot document its claim that absenteeism was the reason. It's folklore. It may be true, but there's no documentary evidence of it. And so on October 15th, Eid al-Adha, the Muslim community will keep its children home. And let me tell you, many other faith communities, including Pax Christi from the Catholic community, Jews United for Justice, and others, have joined together in solidarity with this movement because it is a question of basic fairness and basic equality. Our First Amendment protects the right freely to observe religion. And having school open on a religious high holy day like Eid al-Adha poses a conflict for those who wish to observe their faith. And that's why, although I am not Muslim, on October 15th I will be keeping my son home to express my solidarity and my support for this movement.